A notable moment, by the way, just bottom right of your screen. I mean, a picture worth 1,000 words. President Obama next to President-elect Donald Trump in a very candid, smiling moment, having a discussion here. This is for the late Jimmy Carter here as President George Bush arrives as well. His wife Martha as well being seated. Again, you can see former Vice President Mike Pence behind him, the First Lady, former First Lady, incoming First Lady Melania Trump as well, shaking hands all in this moment. Al Gore as well. You see the VPs respectively behind in that row. Again, a moment in time, a moment in history where all living U.S. presidents will be seated together in this moment. President Biden, though, in this funeral, will be delivering the eulogy for Jimmy Carter, who passed away at the age of 100. As far as relationships goes, tension between some remains strained, but in this moment, being able to cast aside and put away political swords, as you see the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, former Senator of New York, and former First Lady walking in alongside President Bill Clinton, all in this moment. This is one that you don't even need to speak over. You can simply watch this moment and take in, as so many thoughts, I'm sure, enter through the minds of many Americans watching in this moment. But again, it is one of those times where it's very rare where you can put down the D or the R that follows the names of said presidents. Let's listen live. All right, just want to correct myself as well. Laura Bush, I believe I said Martha earlier, so again, Laura Bush there. But again, former First Ladies you're seeing in attendance here for the late Jimmy Carter. The funeral is set to begin just minutes from now, though you already hear a bit of the musical procession as well. But this is what everyone is mumbling about. What is being said between these two men? And just about everyone there in the congregation is seated, is silent. But President Obama, President Trump, seemingly having a full-on conversation in this moment, again, quieting at this time, as you can see the Vice President Kamala Harris walking in with the second gentleman and being seated.
And of course, awaiting the arrival of President Biden as well, who's set to deliver a eulogy for the late president, Jimmy Carter. We'll be watching for that. Just a very interesting time in politics. We're in the midst of a transition between two administrations here. Democrat handing over to Republican, a former president now returning to the Oval Office. As you see, it looks like the conversation has resumed, at least briefly, between former President Barack Obama, former President Donald Trump, who will soon be returning. I noticed the former First Lady Michelle Obama is not in attendance. That puts the two gentlemen even closer to each other, able to have some sort of conversation right now.
Yeah. This continuing throughout the morning here on National Report. You can see screen right, the very top there. Jimmy Carter will be transferred inside through this processional inside the doors of the Washington National Cathedral, where again the funeral will officially start off and kick off, and then after that he will be taken back for burial in his home state of Georgia.
Information, truth, is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.